Witcher fanfiction, short story, The Secret Savior. Written by Irene Marras. The Secret Savior. The others had gone on ahead, while Riana was left to tend to Gleen's leg. The wound had started to bleed again, and they had been forced to stop. Gleen was the team's messenger and general helper, and for good reason. He wasn't much of a fighter, as the man fainted at the sight of blood. Even now, as Riana untied his leg wound, he had lost consciousness after glancing once at his leg. The wound was not particularly large, but it was deep and the movement made it bleed again. The elf woman sighed as she took new bandages from her bag. She could sew a few more stitches into the wound now, as Gleen wouldn't be waking up for a while. Avallac'h stood in the distance, invisible amidst the shadows and magic. He had no intention of staying, not here, not now. He had been watching Riana only casually, checking on her like a scientist observing a test animal. But now he was here. And now he saw what she didn't. Danger moved in the shadows. It wasn't a monster, and it wasn't mindless. It was human. A soldier. Someone who had been following them, waiting for the moment when someone would be left behind. Avallac'h did not interfere in mortal wars. He was not an elf who would step in and rescue those who could not defend themselves. He waited. He waited for her to see the danger. But Riana saw nothing. She heard no movement in the forest, saw no shadow creeping closer under the cover of the bushes. Her fingers squeezed the bandages, focusing on other elf's leg, which was bleeding again. Wrong priority. Avallac'h followed the soldier, approaching faster now, certain she wouldn't notice him. The faint flash of a blade. Just a small fleck of metal, and that was enough for Avallac'h. He raised his hand. Riana never heard anything. Not a screech, not a change in footsteps, but something made her freeze for a moment. A tremor in the air, as if an invisible wave had passed through her. She raised her head, but saw no one. The forest was as silent as before. And Avallac'h was no longer there.